What's the difference between a hobby and a passion? By definition, a hobby is an activity pursued for pleasure or relaxation, but not as a main occupation. A passion, on the other hand, is a strong affection or enthusiasm for an object or concept. You can develop a passion for a hobby that you enjoy. Not every person finds the same thing interesting, and there are a few girls that even consider my hobby to be the least bit entertaining. When I was younger, I absolutely hated softball, but a few years ago I gained a new love for the sport, and now I am able to say that it is my passion. Playing softball has greatly aided in the development of my social life and has turned me into the athlete that I never thought I would be. I was always considered the couch potato until one of my friends pushed me into trying out for our school softball team. I am proud to say that I am a softball player, and today I am going to speak to you about my hobby, how I began to play it, and why I find so much amusement in this sport. My hobby is playing softball alongside my teammates. It took time to play softball well, but after a few practices, I grew to love it. Over the course of a few months, I was able to watch myself grow into an athlete and a great softball player. All you need to play this sport is a softball glove like this one, cleats, and workout clothes. There is no training necessary for the sport. I began barely being able to throw the ball correctly. Practice makes perfect. Softball is a great 2-hour workout if I am unable to go to the gym. There's an excessive amount of running. We do 3 laps before and after each of our practices. On rainy days, the team meets inside the weightlifting room and we build our arm strength. The team warms up and stretches together, and we all practice catching in order to build our spaciousness. Softball was not always the best part of my day. I will tell you how it all started. I acquired this hobby my freshman year of high school when a close friend of mine encouraged me to try out for our school softball team. When I was 8 years old, my parents had signed me up for a little league softball team. I only lasted through 4 practices and 1 game before I quit. I determined that I was not athletic at all, so I made sure that I kept top-notch grades in school. After quitting, my parents continuously scolded me for my lack of enthusiasm for softball as a child. My close friend, who had been playing softball since she was a child, encouraged me to try out for our school softball team my freshman year. One day after school, she picked me up from my home, took me to a sports store, and forced me to buy the equipment necessary for softball. She would practice with me on a daily basis before tryouts. I was very frustrated at first, but as time went on, the sport became easier. By the time tryouts began, I had developed a new love for the sport and was ecstatic when our coach had announced that I had made the varsity team with her. Now that you know where my passion for softball began, I will explain to you why softball is so important to me. I enjoy the competitive atmosphere at every game, along with the team bonds that are formed throughout the season. The fierce competition in this sport brings a rush of adrenaline that I love. Every single day, Monday through Friday, from 3 to 5, my coach gives our team an intense practice to prepare us for our game. When I go up to bat, I have to be prepared and focused because all eyes are on me, and the other team will be attempting to determine whether or not I am a threat to them. While running from base to base, I have to keep an eye on my coach because she's continuously sending out signals, and I have only a second to figure out if I'll be able to dodge the baseman. After spending so much time together, our team became more of a family. When we all first started, we barely knew each other, and most of us were extremely shy. We have our great days and our horrible days, but no matter what, we always support each other. We are all extremely close now, and it saddens us when one of our seniors graduates and has to leave the team. But the memories we create over the season will always be in our hearts. Softball is not the most popular sport in any school, but for the players on my team, it is the most important thing in their lives. It may not be the easiest sport to play at first, but with practice comes perfection. I would have never thought that I would touch a softball again after playing as a child, and now my day is not complete without tossing the ball around at least a few times. I guess that goes to show that one should never say never. Win or lose, through happiness and tears, softball will always be my hobby, and I will have the same passion for it that I feel for it now in 30 years when I am playing it with my own children.